Good morning. My name is Len Foy and I am a real estate attorney in Nashua, New Hampshire. I am the president and managing attorney of Foy Law Office and Sunset Settlement Company, LLC. Foy Law Office, PLLC, I should add. It's early on a Monday morning. This is never my best time, but I'm going to dive right in. It's been some time since I've prepared one of these videos or produced one of these videos explaining to my viewing audience who I am, what I do, the nature of the legal and professional services that we offer. And I'm really excited and fired up to be doing this video this morning. A little bit deer in the headlights again because it's been a couple of weeks, maybe months since I prepared a video. But I thought it was important. It's May 9th. 2016, so we're almost halfway through the year of 2016, which is difficult for me to fathom because I feel like this year just started. But what I wanted to do today was briefly, because I think there should be an emphasis on brevity. A lot of my videos, in my opinion, have run too long. They're fascinating to watch if you have the time to watch them. But I think that with the attention span that we all have, because we're all so busy, you may not have the time to watch some of those older initial videos in their entirety. But anyway, enough prologue. I want to dive right into the subject matter and the reason why I am actually producing this video this morning. Again, my name is Leonard Foy. Len, everyone calls me Len Foy, and I am a real estate attorney. I've been practicing law. I think I was formally sworn in 1995, early 1995, maybe February. So I've been practicing law continuously now for about 21 years. But I was thinking about this morning when I was shaving and planning on doing this video. I do some of my best thinking when I'm shaving. It really is, it's just an outpouring of thought and analysis and contemplation. But I was thinking about this morning. I really have been bouncing around the legal profession, whether as an attorney or even as a non-attorney, since 1990. In 1990, my final year of college, I actually took an internship, a position with the West Palm Beach Public Defender's Office. And in my capacity as a legal intern, I wasn't making court appearances in the sense that I wasn't obviously sworn in or admitted to practice in the state of Florida, but I was in court working alongside public defenders, visiting with inmates at correctional facilities, which is the kind of thing that as public defenders, of course, we did. And so really, I've been kind of bouncing around this business for really since 1990, which puts me at 25, 26 years. I want to be clear, I haven't been practicing. I wasn't practicing law in 1990. I hadn't even entered law school at that time in my life. But certainly when I was at the Public Defender's Office, and of course I did an internship, several internships when I was in law school, which also again had me working in courtrooms alongside practicing attorneys. So I've really been in this mix and in this business now for the better part of 25, 26 years, but admitted to practice. I was admitted in California in early 1995. So certainly 21 years of practicing law. I'm going to make a conscious effort not to do the thing, which I think is the bane of all public speakers. So I really have a lot of experience, legal and professional experience as an attorney. I've practiced law in multiple jurisdictions. I'm admitted to practice in multiple jurisdictions. So I'm admitted to practice in California in active status because I just don't have the occasion to actually practice law in California, but I've maintained my bar membership there. I'm admitted to practice active and in good standing in the state of New Hampshire, the state of Maine, and in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And my office is authorized to issue title insurance in the state of Rhode Island, although I hasten to add that I'm not admitted to practice in the state of Rhode Island. This year is a real milestone for us. Again, I want to point out that I've been practicing law for 21 years. I've been bouncing around this business for the better part of 25, 26 years. But this year, in November of this year, 2016, will be the 10-year anniversary of my office, Foy Law Office, PLLC, which was formally opened in 2006, in November of 2006 or thereabouts. So, and these 10 years have been it's been an amazing run and an amazing stretch. The firm has really flourished. Our business has flourished. We've made responsible decisions. Excuse me. We've been customer service oriented. We've been focused on the needs of our customers and clients. We've tried, and I think succeeded, in providing the best customer service imaginable to the people that we work with, our business partners, our colleagues, our clients, customers, buyers, sellers, real estate agents, loan officers, credit unions, mortgage companies, banks, private lenders, regulators, the bar. So we'll do something to commemorate our 10-year anniversary, because it's important. And I've seen a lot of firms come and go in that time. So it's no small feat to survive this 10 years. And it's been a remarkable 10 years, because when we opened, we were wrapping up one of the biggest real estate booms in a generation. And of course, we went through the financial crisis and the ensuing meltdown of our real estate economy. And now, of course, it's in a process of rebirth and regenesis, which is wonderful. And we're benefiting from that. I had other practices. This part of the video is intended to be biographical. I'm trying to put in some biographical information about myself so people will know who the heck I am and where I'm coming from. I began practicing law at a very prestigious law firm in Sacramento, California, where I learned the fundamentals of how to be a lawyer. These lawyers taught me everything from how to take a phone call, how to participate in a phone call with a client, with opposing counsel, how to write a letter, how to manage a file, how to manage your time. My time, I've always been very particular about my time, because as Abe Lincoln, one of the greatest lawyers of all time, pointed out, that a lawyer's time is his stock in trade. As lawyers, that's all we have is our time. Well, we have our intelligence, we have our intuition, we have our experience, but all of those things are distributed in the form of our time. So it's really all we have to offer our clients. And a lawyer who either is not diligent about billing for their time or who is not diligent about tracking their time, I think is probably doomed to an unsuccessful journey through the practice of law, because at the end of the day, it's really all we have to show for our efforts. And if we're to be compensated, lawyers typically are compensated based upon their time. But I began practicing law at one of the most prestigious law firms in California, where I was taught the basics and the fundamentals of practicing law from start to finish. Every aspect of the practice of law, which is very rich and very diverse and very multifaceted, was taught to me in almost elementary building block fashion from the ground up. So that when I left that firm, I knew how to conduct myself in a trial, in a hearing, on a phone call, before a judge, with opposing counsel, with clients, in mixed company, clients and opposing counsel, in a deposition, in a hearing. So I learned, I think, everything I needed to know about being an attorney while I was practicing in this environment, this sort of big time, big firm, California environment. Subsequent to that, I had a number of law practices with varying degrees of success in the San Francisco Bay Area. The law offices of Len Foy, Foy Law Firm, various firms that I managed. But even when my firms were not performing to my expectations, I was always up to my eyeballs in legal cases, tough cases, complex cases, depositions, trials, hearings, appeals, so that 21 years later I can look back and I can say, I really understand this business. I really understand the practice of law. Not because it was taught to me in a classroom, which it was, not because I was successful at passing the bar exam, which I was, but because of the rich and diverse experiences that I have accumulated over a 21 to 25, 26 year span. And that's really what I have to offer my clients, is my experience, my background, my judgment, my intuition, my gut instincts, my understanding of human behavior, my understanding of the legal profession, my understanding of the way it all kind of fits together. And that's really my legacy. And that's I guess that's my gift, if you will, to my clients. That's what I have to offer clients who are interested in consulting with me or consulting with this office. So that's me. That's the lawyer. Let's talk about the law firm briefly, because again, I do want to keep this video somewhat brief. We handle real estate matters in 4 New England states: New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Maine, and Rhode Island. Now, again, in Rhode Island, I'm not admitted to practice law. I'm very sensitive about that. There are men and women in Rhode Island that have taken the time to pass their bar exam and become licensed to practice law in that state. And many of them also handle real estate transactions as licensed attorneys. I am not licensed in the state of Rhode Island. I'm authorized to issue title insurance, and for that reason we conduct real estate transactions in Rhode Island as we are permitted to do. But I haven't become formally admitted to practice law in Rhode Island, and I'm very careful to point that out, not only because it's true, but out of respect for for the men and women who do practice law and who are duly admitted to practice law in that state. We represent banks, credit unions, buyers and sellers, investors, private lenders. So our practice consists almost entirely of handling real estate transactions. If you are buying or selling or refinancing real estate in any of the states where we are authorized to practice, I hope that you'll consider consulting with my office. I would like very much to represent you or to work with you in that transaction. We have a wonderful staff, an office full of people, all of whom are friendly, knowledgeable, experienced, helpful, smart, customer service oriented, dedicated, hard workers. So if you're not able to deal directly with me, you'll probably be dealing either with an associate attorney or a paralegal, perhaps the office manager, but whomever in this organization you wind up dealing with, I know that you'll be satisfied with the results. Building this law firm has been a dream of mine for many, many years. And it's like a dream that came true. Sometimes you've got to work on something before it really comes together. Some of the earlier incarnations of this law firm were not as successful as this one has been. But again, even when my law firms were not performing financially to my expectations, I was always in the trenches, acquiring experience that would serve me well down the road. And I know that that's where I am today. And that's my legacy. And that's the practice, the firm that I built, brick by brick. There are many ways to contact me. This video is intended to be introductory. I'm going to make another video tomorrow, and I might make one the day after that too. And the next videos in this recent sort of series are going to discuss actual practice areas. This video is really intended to be more biographical, to tell people a little bit about myself and about this firm. But I encourage you to tune in tomorrow, or to the video that I make tomorrow, so that you can learn more about purchase and sales agreements, real estate closings, closing disclosures, recently enacted regulations. What should I do before my closing? What should I do at the closing? What happens after the closing? These are all important questions, and questions that will be answered in videos to be produced subsequently. How do you contact me? It's a great question. I'm going to put on my glasses for this part. The best way to contact me is to call my office. My phone number is area code 603-598-4030. Consultations are at no charge. My direct line is area code 603. I'm looking at my phone here, I'm cheating. 292-3786. We're on the internet, or the World Wide Web, I don't know, whatever they call it these days, at www.foylawoffice.com. An advisory. Our website is in need of updating. It does not reflect our most current personnel. We have hired new people who are not represented on our website. So our firm is bigger, we have more people. And that's why it's important to update my website, and I will do that. You can send me an email. I'm very good about communications. My email is LFOY, so Lfoy at foylawoffice.com. So this video really has hopefully succeeded in informing you about me and my firm, what we do. And again, I probably have gone a little light there, but what we do is we handle real estate transactions. Whenever you buy, sell, or refinance real estate, you may not know this, but there is a lawyer involved in that process. In California and other places, title companies have really taken over this role. But even at a title company in California, I can assure you that there are one or more lawyers lurking in the back offices of that company who are reviewing titles and addressing legal issues. Even if the exterior of that company may be title officers and marketing people and company representatives, there are lawyers in that organization somewhere, because it is essentially a legal process. Whether you're refinancing, it's a financial process, of course, but it's a legal process. Whether you're refinancing property that you currently own, or you're attempting to buy a property that you do not own, or you're selling a property that you own, it is a legal process. And the legal process is for an attorney to determine whether or not the title is clear and whether a sale or a refinance of that property is legally tenable, is legally advisable, is legally feasible. And in many cases it is, and in some cases it's not. And that's where attorney involvement becomes more important. Many states, like Massachusetts, have determined that the process of handling a real estate transaction requires the services of an attorney. So that task cannot be performed by a non-attorney. So some states, again, like the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, have classified it as the practice of law. Only attorneys can do it. Other states have more of a hybrid system, and some states have basically abandoned the notion that only an attorney can handle a real estate closing, and they allow licensed individuals to do so, provided that they meet certain, that they can pass a background check and they can answer legal questions about the process. That probably, I think, aptly describes New Hampshire and Maine and Rhode Island. But the real purpose of this video has been to tell people a little bit about myself, but really in more of a professional, biographical way. So I haven't gotten into anecdotes from my childhood or, where I grew up or any of that stuff. That stuff is probably available on the internet, or maybe we'll cover that in a future video. Really, it's intended to highlight myself as an attorney and this firm, what we do, where we are. We're in Nashua, New Hampshire, incidentally. That's where our office is located. And we have other satellite offices throughout New England. So, thank you very much for tuning into this video. I hope that you found it to be enjoyable and informative, and hopefully you know a little bit more about me than you did before you began watching it. Please tune in for future videos, and when I say future, I mean near future, immediate future. We're going to be making a lot of videos because I want people to know more about the services that we provide, more about what we have to offer, and what makes this firm an attractive choice in terms of who should be handling your real estate transaction, who should be handling your refinance, who should be handling your sale or your purchase. And I hope that the answer to that question now, or after you become more informed about my firm and our services, would be me. in this firm. That's the objective. So, in conclusion, hopefully this video hasn't gone on too long. My name is Len Foy, and I'm a real estate attorney in Nashua, New Hampshire. The name of my office is Foy Law Office, PLLC. The name of my title company is Sunset Settlement Company, LLC. If you have any questions about our services or myself or what we can do for you or how we might be able to assist you, please contact me at one of the numbers or email addresses or the website or the web address that I've provided. I look forward to creating more videos, to producing more videos, and to establishing a dialogue with you, hopefully, when you decide to buy or sell real estate or to refinance real estate that you currently own. Again, my name is Len Foy. I thank you very much for tuning in. It means a great deal to me. I enjoy producing these videos. I hope you enjoy watching them as much as I enjoy making them. So long for now, and I look forward to seeing you in a video to be produced very soon. Have a great day.